guys, and welcome. We are here for a brand new show.
So Jesus.
We are back for a brand new show this week, and it's called it hasn't got a name, okay? But it's a European roundup show. We talk about everything based in football, not just the Premier League though, in Europe. We're trying to make it a weekly roundup show with all the biggest news in Europe, but we need a name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys, as producers of the show, decide what we call this. You guys can let us know in the comments below, and I'll be scrolling through. So let us know what you guys want us to name it. I'll go through the comments, and hopefully by next episode we'll have an official name for this show. Also guys, I'm here with Star Player and Faisal. They'll be the regulars for the show. Obviously if one of them can't make it, then we'll get some substitutes, but
It won't be Liban.
okay, so the way this is going to work is we're going to talk about loads of different leagues, anything big that happens in football around the world. You guys though have a really big part to play in this show.
Huge now.
When the weekend's happening and something big happens, come back to these videos, leave a comment below saying, guys, this just happened, or tweet us and say, you guys have to talk about this next week. We can't have a show without you guys.
Yeah.
Producers of the show.
The more you guys let us know what's going on, the better the show is going to be. The first thing I want to talk about, which is the biggest news that just happened this weekend, in Paris, in PSG, Mbappe and Neymar seem to have fallen out. Or it seems to have been going on for a while. Faisal, do you want to break it down? Because you did a whole TikTok on this.
Hey, this is not TikTok, bro. Let's talk about PayPal.
And PayPal, apparently. That's what Faisal likes to call it.
Bro, long story short, it started last year. Real Madrid saga. He demanded everything. He threatened to leave PSG so many times.
Yep.
PSG accepted every single of his demands. One of them was penalties, free kicks, and him kicking out all the South American players. He tried to kick Neymar out. Neymar was like, F it, I'm signing an extension. And now, last game, bro. Did you see what happened last game?
Mbappe had a penalty, he missed. Second penalty came, he wanted to take it again. Neymar took it and scored. Mbappe didn't look happy about that.
Bro, and before he even went to Neymar, he barged Messi, bro.
How can you barge Messi?
The GOAT. Good, he argued with Neymar. Neymar's like, nah, bro, leave.
Where's the respect? Obviously, all this was going on. There's been whole threads on Twitter, people talking about it, about all the news. Apparently, Mbappe, ever since the World Cup, he's come back from the World Cup and he's now wants to be the main man in the team. We don't know how much of this story is true, but it's not looking good.
It's not looking good, bruv.
Neymar actually started liking tweets, but people saying that he should be.
But isn't that since it's a new show? I tweet earlier today if there's any PSG correspondence or even Ligue 1, and I have a friend called Stuart Part from Parisian London, and he told me the breakdown of what's actually happened.
Let us know. Tell us.
He told me that the Mbappe situation and Neymar isn't 100% completely true. He's saying there's not much in it. Apparently it was a personal thing. Apparently off scene something happened. One thing he did say to me was Ramos met with Luis Campos, Neymar and Mbappe to act as a mediator. Problem is sorted since the game against Montpellier.
So now it seems to all be sorted.
Hopefully.
What's going on? And as a Madrid fan, I'm happy. He broke my heart.
Would you have taken him with him taking penalties, free kicks, the number 10 shirt?
The number 10 shirt from Luka Modric. We promised him that.
Obviously, we know how good he is. Can he dictate that much power at Real Madrid?
Looks like he can anywhere he goes. Is Mbappe an egotistical footballer who throws his toys out of the pram and wants everything himself? And Neymar is the innocent one that everyone's been unfairly getting onto him? Or is this all fake and it's just people reading into it too much? We don't know.
I personally think they both love it as much as each other. Neymar enjoys the limelight, but only obviously in a positive sense. When it comes to like the negativity where it does happen, like you've seen it with the injuries, sometimes it can be preventable. Some obviously crazy injuries, but can be preventable. I think Mbappe is egotistical, but I think they're both as bad as each other.
I think Mbappe is the most toxic player. How can you come out after the World Cup and call yourself the prince of the world? Who the hell do you think you are?
But what happens now for PSG? Because they've got 3 superstars, you know? Messi's brand, his alone is huge. Neymar's brand alone is huge. And Mbappe's probably the most powerful guy in that team.
He's the director now.
Exactly. So what happens now? Will it work? Will it crumble? Will they finally get that Champions League? Or
I hope Messi and Neymar and Mbappe do get the Champions League. I believe Messi is a rental. I think we all know he's going back to Barca. With Neymar and the Mbappe situation, since Neymar activated in his clause, they've got to be friends again or whatever it is. Whether it's that, just play together well.
I think Luis Campos will be the key.
If you guys are PSG fans, Ligue A fans, let us know more in the comments what you guys think about this whole situation. If you think PSG are going to crumble or you think they're just going to dominate the league again and maybe do well in Europe, let us know because you guys be a very big help to us going forward. Also, let's move over to La Liga. There's been some stuff going on, but first I want to talk about your team, Real Madrid. Okay. You guys just won the first game of the season.
Yes.
You played newly promoted Almeria.
Yes.
You struggled to get that win, but you got it. Away win. Tough away win. Talk to us about that game.
First half, disappointing. Camavinga was off. As you guys know, I love Camavinga. We are too dependent on Vinicius and Benzema. And the fact that we haven't signed a striker is disgusting.
But you've had strikers. You've had Mariano, Luka Jovic.
I would rather have star player. Mariano is trash. Asensio is trash. They are our only hope. If Benzema gets injured this season, 2-3 months, we are finished.
So what's the reason behind Perez not bringing in another attacker?
Because he never had a plan B. Gnabry was there, we never went after him. Mahrez was there, we never after him. Nkunku was there.
He went after Mbappe.
Mbappe was the only hope. After he rejected us, we never reacted, which is what pisses me off.
So it's going to be interesting because obviously you guys won the league last year.
Yes.
Barcelona, though, look like they're signing everyone. Do you think they're going to compete now this season?
The attacking threat is scary, bro.
Rafinha, Lewandowski, Ansu Fati.
The midfield, Kessie,
Pedri.
Frankie, if he stays, there's too many power. But the defense is the problem. They've got no right back. Koundé is going to be playing right back, in my opinion, moving forward. But I think it's going to take them a month or two to gel.
Defensively, I don't really see it. Like Christensen didn't really play much for Chelsea the year before. Obviously, he was going to Barca. Apparently now Marcus Alonso potentially. We got Jordi Alba anyway. I don't think they're strong defensively. Like
They've got Koundé, they've got Arujo. It's just a right back position. They've got no proper right back to have.
Going to be interesting this year, though, La Liga, because Betis have been a good team. They're going to be good to watch. Villarreal as well. We're going to see what Emery can do in the league.
Atleti as well.
Atleti always in and around that top.
Any
top
dark
spot.
horses?
Valencia are looking good. And I've actually seen what's going on with Jose Gaya.
It's crazy.
Jose Gaya, apparently, last season, right at the end of the season, he got a 4-game ban and it's come over to this season because he actually spoke out against referees and disciplinary stuff. So said,
it's like the Jude Bellingham thing.
Exactly. But he got a 4-game ban. So after they lost 2-1 to Osasuna, so he said the referee saw it and did not want to whistle it. We told him in the break that it was a penalty and that he says if VAR called it, then he would have taken it away. But because there was no contact, you have to swallow it. If you say something, they'll give it a yellow. They do what they want. So he's coming out bashing referees, saying they just do what they want. They don't want to listen to what we're saying, all that stuff. And now he's come out and he's still sticking to his guns and he's still talking. And he could actually get banned more further as well.
It happens a lot.
Do we think players should just shut up and kick the ball?
The refs deserve accountability. This weekend, Anthony Taylor, the amount of outrage Chelsea fans had, like you've seen the highlight reels, the clips of so many Chelsea games where Anthony Taylor just got decisions wrong. I remember they were speaking about it this season as well, where they were talking about interviewing referees after games, having them mic'd up or something.
Whilst the VAR is going on.
I think mic'd up during the game is a bit too much and too stressful, but I do think refs should have post-match interview. Why not? Why not? Imagine.
Explain the reason behind it.
Why not? I've got two ways to look at this, right? I think the ref's job is so hard. Players understand it, but I don't think fans respect the referee. They just see the referee as like you don't care about the referee. They just blow the whistle. They book players, and then when referees make great decisions, no one praises the referee. When the referee makes a bad decision, everyone gets onto the referee. So it's just a lose-lose job for referees, and I think they have one of the hardest jobs in football. But at the same time, I do think some refs should have to hold accountability for some of their decisions, because we see it a lot with certain players. Xhaka, for example, if we're going to Arsenal, he gets targeted by referees. It seems like he can make one bad foul on his first foul of the game, and it won't even be that big. He gets booked already. So I do think referees should maybe have a chance to speak and say why they made something, because no one knows the referees' personalities and characters.
Correct.
You know? So maybe if you hear referees talk, you'll be like, I actually like this guy. I like this referee. You know? He seems like he knows what he's talking about. He's an honest guy, whatever. But that's my take on referees. Let's move on to Serie A. But before we do, I want to know if you guys are enjoying this show right now. And the only way I can find out if you guys are enjoying it is if you guys hit the like button, okay? So I want to get 5,000 likes.
New show. 10,000 likes.
I don't think we'll ever hit 10,000 likes.
Bro, new show.
You guys heard the man, 10,000 likes. If you guys are enjoying this, I'll be happy with 5,000. But listen, all I want to know is if you guys are enjoying this, and we could do it again and again and again every week for you guys. And we'll talk about all the other news all across Europe. So let us know if you like it by hitting the like button and leaving some comments. But we'll move on to the Serie A. What are we thinking about that? Because the season just started. AC Milan won it last season. There's other teams that are looking good.
I feel like it's going to be the most exciting league this year.
Put your stocks in Serie A this season.
No, you should.
We're going to be doing it on SDS.
Because honestly, there's about 4, 5, 6 teams up to win it. Like you said, you got the Romas, you got the Napoli, AC Milan, Juve, Inter Milan.
Starting with Roma, Mourinho's there, Dybala, which is a massive signing for them.
Big signing.
Tammy's there, they're trying to sign Belotti. They've signed the right back from Lille, I think, the Turkish guy.
Matic, they got Genie as well.
Bro, they've improved massively.
And they've got Jose Mourinho.
They've got Jose Mourinho.
You know, who's won that league before. He knows how to win it, and he's a winner himself.
Second season Mourinho, you guys know how good he is.
He's already won the Conference League. He's won a European trophy.
I'm hoping for at least, it might be difficult, top 4, top 3 will be a very, very good finish for them.
Like we were just saying right now, I think Serie A is going to be a very good season to invest in. If you guys keep watching the show, you will know we'll be talking about Serie A a lot. If you guys are Serie A fans, let us know what you think in the comments. Who do you support? Why do you think your team's going to do well this season? Why do you think your team might be underwhelming this season? Let us know. But staying on Serie A, AC Milan won the league last season. Do we think it's a one-off? Do we think they could do it again? I don't think they could do it again.
They haven't. Who have they signed? They've signed
haven't
the
improved their
Belgian,
squad.
like the Belgian guy, the Belgian from
Striker,
Club
innit?
Brugge, like what's his name, like the wonder kid from Belgium.
I forgot his name. They got Divock Origi as well.
Who else?
But you got to look at that team as well. Their team is young. So it's like they don't really need
But
that.
also, they lost
Well, they've
Kessie.
got eight-
Kessie's a big miss. I feel like they've had players with experience go to like different teams. Like he said, Pobega's come back from Torino, had a good loan spell at Torino. They can go back to back. They've got the Liao. They've got
And also they've extended Tomori's contract as well. Gave him an extra 5 years, I think he got.
It's the aging, like it's the Girouds, the Ibras. Are they going to rely on them? Last season, they were very fortunate with Inter. I think Inter bottled it last season.
Wouldn't you give them more credit?
I was happy with them because I think it was the first title after how many years? Like 10, 11 years. I was happy with them, but I feel like they're out of the depth this season.
It's going to be interesting. We're going to find out. Faisal says, I think he fixed the out of the depth. I agree. I don't think Milan could do it again
I
this
think
season.
Forza Milan. I think we can do it.
Star player he could do it. But then again, he was a Milan fan growing up. Before we do go over to the next league, we do need to carry on talking about Serie A because that is the league we put our stocks in. Is there any other teams that you're watching out for this season?
Napoli. Bro, they've lost 2 of the greatest players, Dries Mertens and Insigne. But they've added very, very good. Raspadori has just been confirmed, very good striker from Sassuolo. Kylian Mbappe. They've signed in my opinion, one of the most talented, but laziest midfielders in Ndombele. Last season, they were like, I think with 7-8 games, they were top, and then they bottled it, and it kept going down. So hopefully Napoli will rise to the top again.
It looks like a competitive season this year.
You got Juventus.
Sleeping giant there.
They're bringing Di Maria.
But they're about to sign Paredes.
They lost the Ligt. So
Yeah, he's going to buy him.
But they signed Broma, who was
Yes.
very good for
Brazilian
Torino.
as well.
Very good. And they signed the one and only Mr. on his day,
Paul
Paul
Labille. Yes.
Pogba. I'm
Another-
telling you right now, invest your stock on Paul Pogba. He's going to have a remontada season.
Yes, he said
whoa.
it. The Faisal Remontada stamp has been put on Paul Labille Pogba. All right, moving over now to the Bundesliga. Bayern Munich, are they going to do it again?
Yes.
Why is it every year
sad.
they keep
Honestly, it's sad. I'll be real Bundesliga fans.
doing it? Any stocks in this league this season?
It's very low.
Say we have 10 stocks. We just put 5 in Serie A.
I'll put 1 if you're fortunate. Actually, you know what? I'll give them about 2 or 3 this year because Bayern haven't gone into the Bundesliga and picked up players.
That is
the
true.
way they usually do.
That is true.
So maybe Leipzig brought in Werner as well.
But that's the thing. I feel like, you guys might hate me for this, but the Bundesliga tax is real, bro. Have you guys seen that goal?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but come on.
All goals go in
It's
there.
not
There's
like,
no
yeah,
fault.
but he's saying Timo's struggling in the Premier League and then he did well in Bundesliga. But that goal doesn't mean he did well. That goal was just a bad goal.
Sancho killed it. United. That's
Forget about the Prem at this
Yeah.
moment in time.
This isn't the Premier League show. We'll talk about Premier League stuff.
Take the Premier League, bro.
If things happen in the Premier League, that's where we talk about. But it's the European show. And what I want to ask you guys is, can Dortmund dethrone Bayern Munich?
It will be very difficult. Dortmund do look promising. Made some good signings. Signed Schlotterbeck, Sule, the young Man City kid, right?
Oh, Bayern Glittens.
Adeyemi, who did very well for Salzburg.
A Bundesliga vet in Modesto.
Yeah, the key thing about that is, and it's a very, very sad story in football right now because Sebastian Haller killed it last season in
Smashed it.
Ajax and in the Champions League as well. He had a really good season last season.
Ballon d'Or.
He's nominated for a Ballon d'Or. He's like in the shortlist.
Haller.
But obviously Dortmund signed him to be Haaland's replacement, and unfortunately he's now currently dealing with an illness, and they've had to go and sign another striker. So
Speedy recovery, man.
Speedy recovery to
Yeah.
Haller. Hopefully everything goes well. Now Dortmund's plans with their striker has
It's
changed
changed.
because they've also got to rely on young Makuko, the Dutch boy Daniel Marlin, who former Arsenal boy actually.
Yes.
But he also can't be a lone number 9. So they've signed a striker, and will he be as good as Sepp Haller?
The thing
I
is,
don't know.
it's Modest Bundesliga proven. So it's not like they brought someone from somewhere else.
Correct.
And hopefully they do well. Like, he knows the league very well.
Did they win it with Haaland? They didn't. So imagine winning it without Haaland.
Don't you guys think though? I think Bayern are looking good. That's why I don't trust Dortmund yet. Because even the Bayern signings, the players they brought in, De Ligt to replace Sule, they got in Gravenberch, a young talent. They've brought in Mazraoui, right back that they've liked. They've been playing Pavard there. Sadio Mane, they've got young talent in Tel. If literally Nagelsmann's changed his style of play compared to playing through Lewandowski. This time it's so fluid. You can play through Sane, Mane, Gnabry, Coman, Musiala, a lot of players. They look very promising, honestly.
And that's true. And one player you did mention that I actually want to highlight is Musiala. Even like the German legend Matthäus, he said he
big.
could be the best player in the world. Musiala's looking good. And because he plays in Germany and he picked Germany over England, we don't really notice what he's doing much out here. If it was an England player, everyone would be looking at him like Bellingham and, oh, Musiala's doing this, Musiala's doing that. But because he picked Germany, no one's really realizing how much noise he's really making.
I've seen people on Twitter say he's better than Foden, he's better than Bellingham, he's even better than Camavinga, which is not true.
Okay, what's his potential?
It's very high.
It's very
One of
hard.
the best players in the world?
Yeah, watch the highlights. The game against Wolfsburg, a lot of it was going through him. He just looks so good on the ball. It's silky. Like he's gliding on the pitch.
You know what he seems like to me? He seems like to me Thomas Muller's long-term replacement.
Different style, but yes.
Yeah,
You know?
I know what you mean.
Style.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
If he
I
plays
get you.
through the middle, definitely, because he can play up front, he can play on the wing. I feel like Nagelsmann's going to get the best out of him because of the players they've brought in and obviously his style of play. When he was at Leipzig, he had Poulsen, he had Werner, and I feel like he's trying to recreate that at Bayern Munich, and I feel like now he's brought in his players, his DNA.
And on top of that, with Germany, he's starting as well now. And he's lucky to have Hansi Flick, who knows well from Bayern.
There you go.
Now he's the German manager as well.
Bright future for Jamal Musiala. Put your stocks in Musiala. SDS stocks. We're putting in stocks in Musiala.
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
SDS
Remontada.
stocks.
Bro, this is not remontada, bro.
Remontada. Even though he didn't have a shit year last year, it's a remontada.
Going off that point, let's move over to the final league we're going to talk about today. That's the Portuguese league. Not one of the top 5 leagues, but there's a
exciting.
big game coming up. Porto versus Sporting. Last year's winners versus Sporting, which is always going to be up there.
2
and
years
around.
ago.
2 years
2
ago,
years
the
ago.
winners. Exactly. So,
And since the beef,
exactly. It's the first time they'll be playing in Porto
What happened?
since the mass brawl at the end of the last game. So there's a lot of things going on in that game. There's a lot of like anticipation about where there's going to be a intense game between the fans, the players. And one thing that is key is Mateus Nunes, the midfielder, isn't going to be playing this
Highly
game.
touted.
So he could be going over to Wolves.
Wolves, bro.
Portugal's football club.
Do you think Wolves have got more Portuguese players than Sport?
100%.
Probably.
100%.
Probably and stuff like that. But Mateus Nunes obviously like was their main midfielder. He's not going to be in that game, so Sporting have to figure out some sort of alternative for that. So that's why it's going to make that game even more interesting.
Is that even a good move? Obviously, it's good wealth, like the money and everything. But Wolves, like you was linked to Arsenal, Liverpool, United,
Yep.
City,
Yep.
all the big teams. For me, it feels like he's done all he could at Sporting. He won him a title. They haven't won a title in Yonkers. And now, obviously, he's ready for a new challenge. Do you think he just didn't want to wait and he just wanted to play?
Well, I feel like he's going to
Maybe.
Wolves to make his stamp. Like Jota made his stamp at Wolves, went to Liverpool. I think that's what he's looking to do as well. Wolves still got good players, bro.
They do, and they look like they keep producing.
Edwards, and they've got Trenchard from Barca who signed him on loan. Pedro Porro. They've still got a good team.
Porto have won their first 2 games, and they're the home team, so it's going to be interesting. I do think Porto win this game.
What's your prediction? Because I've seen your predictions.
I'm pretty good so far. I think Porto wins 2-0.
Plus,
1-1.
I've got 2-1 Porto.
2-1 Porto. Oh, well, you guys can let us know in the comments if you guys are fans of the Portuguese league. One last thing though as well on this game or on these 2 teams. Will Sporting bring back Cristiano Ronaldo before the window ends?
This feels like MJ going back to the Bulls. No, not going to happen. But Ronaldo's still got at least a year or 2 to get that Champions League goals, to make him further away from Messi. He's not going to Sporting.
You guys have seen what he said on social media, where he collected 100 media stuff and only 5 of them correct. He said in 2 weeks he's going to do an interview addressing the whole situation.
Bro, he had the receipts, bro. Everyone talks about Ronaldo. Bro, he's clickbait for them.
He seems like he's going to be calling people out and spill the beans, so it's going to be interesting to hear what he says. But that's it for the European leagues. Finally now, we're going to end up on the transfer segment because the window is still open. There's a lot of rumours going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say a couple players' names. I'm going to give you guys 60 seconds to talk about it, your opinions on a transfer, if it's a good move, if you think it's a true transfer, if you think it's going to happen, and anything you think about the whole situation, okay?
Yes.
So I'm going to name a player who's currently linked with a move. You're going to tell me what you think about it. Cool. 60 seconds. But obviously, you have to be careful because you need some time with the 6 seconds as well as you do. First transfer rumour. Casemiro to Manchester United.
Bro, I'm taking the whole 60 seconds. This is devastating for us. How we letting Casemiro, who's arguably still top 2 DMs in the world, but it's crucial. Champions League final, Super Cup final last season. Against City, bro, he kept KDB quiet. For United, it will be a massive signing for them, which I don't think is going to happen. But it's going to be the best player. But for Madrid, it's going to be devastating for us.
Why does he want to go? I don't get it. His thing's not going well in Madrid for him.
Tchouaméni's arrival has made him a bit
Insecure.
Exactly. But bro, United are giving him mad wages. 350.
They're doubling what he's earning now.
Oh, he's got to
He'll
take
be
it.
he's an elite player, but he's 30. It's his last big money move. He can double his wages to 350 and get it done. So I see it happening.
There we go. What a good way to end it. Next one. Adrian Rabiot. Go.
That's not happening. I got shut down. His mom started speaking, saying that she needs to earn like 10 mil. He needs to earn like 400 grand a week.
You think that would have been a good move
70
anyways for the
No.
club?
I'm sure United fans went to Umrah and prayed for him not to come, and alhamdulillah, it never happened for them.
Unless they email Glazers again and message them and say, please don't bring Rabiot. Man United, I don't know what you do. You've got a toxic dressing room and you're bringing in a toxic person. Like, it don't make sense.
And it's mad. They went to 3 different profiles. Frankie, different profile. Casemiro, different profile. Rabiot, different profile. They don't know what they're doing, bro.
Desperate at this point.
Desperate, bro.
There we go. 15 seconds seconds left and we'll finish on that one. Bernardo Silva, is he going to Barcelona? Is he going to
PSG apparently.
That's the first time I've heard this.
Wow.
He's
my
mentioned
source,
PSG.
my source, Stuart, he told me
Big up Stuart.
There's a very good chance that he goes. Obviously, we heard Pep say he's not looking to go, but with PSG, they're looking for another midfielder. They're looking for another attacker. They got Ocampos, Portuguese as well. They know each other well. Even if you look at PSG today, they've signed a lot of Portuguese players. They brought in Renato, brought in Vitinha, brought in Nuno Mendes. The connections there. He's got a great relationship. PSG can drop 80 million. Hopefully, it happens that Man City get weakened and Arsenal do better than them.
Let's move over to another one. Nicolas Pepe.
Nicolas Pepe.
What's going on with him? Is he staying? Is he going?
I like Nicolas Pepe as a player, but it just didn't work out at Arsenal. Enjoy football. Go back to France, back home. Nice are very good as well. Champions League. They've brought in Ramsey. They've got Kasper Schmeichel.
And they've got the person that I would love to have, Guri.
I mean, Guri as well, yeah.
It's a baller, bro.
So we think Nicolas Pepe will do well in that team?
Very good.
100%.
Yeah, I think
Very
he'll
good.
smash it. I think he'll smash
Different league.
But he seems like a person where when he's happy, we know how good he can be. So I believe him leaving Arsenal where he is second option to Saka, there's no point.
it. There we go. And he's 27 years of age. He needs to be playing first team football regularly, week in, week out. I think he needs to go. He hasn't got a future at Arsenal. Nicolas Pepe, leave the club and good luck. And that's it. Perfect. End the time. And that's the end of this video. Let us know what you guys think about any of the points we've had. If you guys are watchers of other leagues in Europe, let us know what you think in the comments below. Let us know any news that happens, anything that pops up.
Before we end it as well, we might have not spoken a lot about like Ligue 1, the other teams. Don't worry, this is a weekly show. We're going to give other teams time. We're going to give them more minutes. So don't worry about, oh, they didn't really speak much about Ligue 1 and they don't really care. It's not
And
that.
also, Sharks, big up the people that
That's
you
what I was
added.
going to do, yeah. And finally, I want to say a massive thanks to our current correspondents who have helped us with a lot of the facts for this video. I'm going to name some of them as well. So we've got Euro Expert on Twitter. We have Dan DMF. We have Dev Bajwa, Jesse _Hef, Ballsy Sports, Jerry, and
Stuart.
there we go. Thank you guys for helping us out. They'll be helping us out every single week with advice and tips and all that stuff. And you guys can also be STS correspondents, but let us know in the comments
Please
below.
do. Let me
anything
know.
that pops up in the season. Let us know what you think about this show. European experts, that's what we're going to try and be, not just the Premier League. We'll see you guys next time.
And don't forget, 10,000 likes.
There we go. Hit subscribe as well. I want to hit 200k. Thank you.